Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday sit-down time. Joining me tonight, the Columbia Tribune's Kwiecinski. Chris, very busy week in the world of Mizzou sports. How you been taking everything on?
A day at a time, a day at a time. There's only so much you can take in one day, but I'm glad there's 24 hours in a day to take it all in.
There we go. Yesterday, obviously, very, very exciting game out at Mizzou Arena. Kind of take me through what you saw from the Tiger men's win over Ole Miss yesterday.
Yeah, it was interesting because it felt like they were never going to lose the game, but they were never full control of the game either. We really didn't know what to think, especially in the last few minutes or so, where they would get a big bucket to go ahead by 4 or 5, and then Ole Miss would just respond. We're just kind of like, okay, well, what's happening next? But then I think when Noah Carter hit that and one with like 30 seconds ago, I think we're like, okay, they're going to win senior night. Like, we're okay. Which was I guess an easy way to send out the seniors and a good way to just start the celebration, really.
What do you think heading into the SEC tournament? This team picked to finish 11th in the SEC, now has a 4 seed in the tournament, double bye. What should be the expectation for this team heading into the SEC tournament?
Wow, it's hard because we don't know what Mizzou team we're going to get, really. Like, we really don't know what we're going to get. And I think that's the most interesting thing about this team and this specific tournament, because if Mizzou goes in and shoots 50% from 3, like the next 3 games, there's a good chance they could just run their way to the championship game. Like, there's a good chance they'll be playing that Sunday, and then all bets are off, and then you could see this team going from like a 7 seed in the tournament to maybe even like a 4 or 5, like just depending on what happens going forward in the next week or so. But I think that's hard to do. We've seen that, especially with games like against Iowa State, Illinois, Kentucky, where they look that good, and then they had some downers too, where you're kind of like, okay, well, maybe it's hard to sustain that level of success so consistently. But I think it's possible. It always is possible. We've seen this team do it. And like I said, with that experience, you know the ways that you can be that consistent. If they can find that ride, why not ride it out?
There's been the storyline of the tournaments, winning one game and then, or losing a game, the first game of each tournament, right? Do you feel like getting one win in the SEC tournament, getting one win in the NCAA tournament, is that a mark of, okay, this has been a success, we've seen some improvement, or that's not what they're looking for, you think?
I mean, honestly, we think about holistically, the whole season. Like, there's no way you can look at what's happened in the last 365 days and say, yeah, the season's a failure. The fact that they got 20 wins in year 1 under Dennis Gates was remarkable. I mean, you think about the team that they put together, the team that Dennis pieced together with just a bunch of college players from all around the nation, just different walks of life, and able to piece together something that's resembling a top-tier SEC team. Like, that's incredible.
Well, it's hard to ignore. I'm sure you heard the chants during Kobe's stuff yesterday. 1 more year. Do you think Kobe Brown stays for another year at Mizzou? What's the word?
I mean, it really depends. I know it really depends on the NBA draft evaluations and what he can think and really what he wants. If he submits his evaluations into the draft and they kind of say, hey, you'd be like a second round pick, that's a decision to make. That's a decision between being a player that's going to make a roster, that's going to be on a summer league roster and potentially play your way to a full contract, or maybe you come back and say, I can do better. I can be a first-round pick. I know I was reading that Kobe submitted the same evaluations last year, and they told him, be a better three-point shooter, and he did exactly that this year. I mean, he's on fire, and he's really consistent from the perimeter, and I think if he goes back and kind of gets the same evaluation and say, okay, you did great this year, but here's what you can do better, I don't see him shying away from that challenge. I mean, I think if you can lure him back and say, hey, you've got one more ride with Mizzou, go out the best player that we've seen in the last 5 years, I think that's something that he loved, because we've seen how much he loves this community. You asked him that question yesterday. He tested it himself too, where he said, yeah, I love the community and everything that they've done for me. So he's got a decision to make, but it's not an easy one. But he's going to have to make it, and I think there's a good chance we'll probably see him back.
I think the one big thing people are worried about going into next year is just, this group leaves, say all these seniors leave, then you have a very young team coming in of people you don't know. How much does it change if you manage to steal a few and get them back next year, even 3, 4?
Yeah, that's the question, right? And I was thinking about that too, where, if you have a whole new team next year, a whole new look, how does that work? But then I kind of thought, well, isn't that what Dennis did last year? It's the exact same thing that he did, a brand new team, everything that he was able to do, where he pieced together success with a bunch of mid-major transfers, guys that were playing at a high level at a different level, but he brought them up to the SEC and, like I said, instilled the idea that they can be successful in a top-tier basketball conference. And it's not like some of the newcomers next year are going to be some similar like that, because they've never played a college basketball game. We're talking about some junior college player. Well, I believe Kurt Lewis obviously played at the junior college level, good player. But you have Trent Pierce, Anthony Robinson, Jordan Butler, freshmen that never played in the SEC level before, so they have to get ready to that level, kind of fill into it, kind of like Aiden Shaw did. There's going to be some bumps, but I think they're talented enough that they can fit in and give some really good minutes right away.
I do want to move over to a team that's added some experience, we'll say. The Mizzou football team starting spring camp up this week. What's your initial impressions of the very little we've gotten to see over spring camp?
Yeah, I think the fun thing, aside from Sam Horn and the discussion that we consistently have every single day about whether or not he's going to be throwing a football in spring. I know you got the good video of that, so thank you for answering all of our questions. But I think the thing is, how is this defense going to replicate that success from last year? And I think a big thing was when we started talking to Blake a year ago when he came in, he had the idea that, hey, this is new. Don't think about last year. Just wipe the slate clean and everything's going to be starting from ground zero. That was important because it set the whole expectation level of like, we don't have to replicate that. We don't have to worry about that. This is completely new, and that was important. Now you see all what they did last year, a top defense in the SEC. And when I asked him about that when we spoke to the media last Wednesday, and he was like, well, we've changed a little bit. Obviously, you have new personnel coming in, guys leave, more guys come in. We have new looks, different things. You can't do the same thing over and over again because teams will catch on. And I think he called it it's an equal opportunity employee defense where there's so many new guys, but so many experienced guys. You never really know who's going to step up and take a starting role to where this defense, the starting lineup could look differently, but everyone's going to get a chance to play. And I think that's important with so much talent on that side of the ball.
Seems like the storyline every single time we go into a spring camp, a fall camp, any camp with Eli Drinkwitz is the quarterback position. Is this going to be a battle between Jake Garcia and Sam Horn? Are we going to see Brady Cook thrown in there? Do you think realistically Jake Garcia is going to come out to compete for that starting spot?
Oh, I think Jake is going to definitely be a figure to watch, especially in spring where I thought at first when we first came into everything here, especially with Sam Horn's injury with his labrum surgery, but thinking, well, now this is the Sam and Jake Garcia show. We're going to see what the two of them can do and how they can compete, and especially for the QB1 job, where it sets up for a fall where, well, now Brady's back. Now we're all competing for the same job. But I think Jake has the most opportunity now with Sam's injury. Obviously, it's being cautious with him, trying to limit things, and just being overly careful with the player, which could be the future down the road for Mizzou football. But also, when you think about where Jake's come from, the experiences he's seen so many different programs, and as a high-level recruit, he knows what the attention can bring. But I think there's an opportunity for him to show what he can do, and that'll set up for a fall where when Brady comes back and he's healthy and he can throw consistently and throw well enough to compete for that job, we're going to see that three-way competition then. But I think right now it's all about installing, getting ready for that competition, and I'm looking to see what he does. I mean, it's really cool to think that, hey, there's this high-powered arm that can come in here and compete for a job. When I know last year we had Tyler Macon, we had Brady Cook going at it too, and now we're starting to think, well, what else can we see?
Well, I'm excited to see what we see in the spring game, March 18th. That's going to be a big day for fans.
Oh, it will be. And if it coincides with the NCAA tournament too, then if you're Mizzou fans, you better wake up early and get ready for that because you never know what's going to happen.
You can't pick. You got to watch them all. Right?
I mean, get up early and get your caffeine.
There we go. Thanks for joining me tonight, Chris.
My pleasure.
For the rest of you guys, we'll be right back after the break.